I decided to put Etsy advertising to the test. If you're looking for ways to increase your sales, you might want to turn to Etsy advertising, but is it really worth it? Well, in today's video, I'll be going over my numbers using Etsy advertising and if I really think that it was worth it. Hey everybody and welcome back. So if you're new around here, my name is Cayce and I make Etsy and Etsy related videos right here on YouTube. I upload every Tuesday and Thursday, so if that sounds like something you might be interested in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give this video a like, and it just lets me know if you like this type of content and if you want to see more. So in today's video, I wanted to talk about Etsy advertising. Now, not to be confused with the new Etsy offsite advertising, that could be a whole nother video in itself. Let's just say you either love it or you hate it. I have yet to see anyone on the fence about it. So today we're talking about Etsy advertising. So I have kind of dabbled with Etsy advertising before, however I have never done it for the 30 days that Etsy recommends. They actually say to start seeing a difference in your store and seeing if your advertising is working, that you should really have it on for 30 days. So I decided to bite the bullet and have the ads go for 30 days, and they're actually still turned on right now. At the very beginning of April, I switched on Etsy advertising. I want to know in the comments below, do you think Etsy advertising is worth it? Have you tried Etsy advertising before? And what were your results? I would love to know. I love chatting to you guys in the comments, so be sure to leave me one below. I decided to advertise 19 of my listings. I thought 19 was a good amount. It seemed like a fair few listings to actually advertise, and I decided to list them at $1 a day. And all of these dollar amounts will be in USD. I decided to do $1 as I thought it was kind of a safe amount to really test the Etsy advertising. I knew that at a maximum I would be spending $30 a month and I was quite comfortable with that amount. In the future, maybe I will increase that and set it for 30 days and see if that gives me any other results. But for this month, I just chose to do $1. So like I said, I thought $1 was a pretty safe amount. So if you've never heard of Etsy advertising and you're just new to Etsy, you might be wondering, what is Etsy advertising? Etsy advertising is a feature on Etsy where you can pay to list your items and your advertised items will actually be higher up in the search. So they will rank higher. Why is this effective and why do people do it? Well, the higher up your listing, the more eyes on your product and the better your chances of making those sales. So it's great if you're finding that even though you think your Etsy SEO is great and your photos are on point, it's great if you are still finding yourself on, say, page 8, page 10, and even further. Unfortunately, consumers these days, they don't want to wait around scrolling through pages and pages of products. They most probably will just buy something from the first, maybe the second page, maybe. Etsy advertising just boosts your items up in the search and it just enables people to be able to find them and potentially make you some more money. With Etsy advertising, Etsy only charges you for the clicks and for the purchases. They don't actually charge you for the people viewing your item on the search listing. So if they type in, say, Harry Potter baby onesie and the first page comes up and they don't actually click on yours but they view it, that doesn't charge you. I decided to put Etsy advertising to the test. Like I said, I decided to list 19 of my baby onesies and these were the 19 that I chose. As you might be able to see, there's quite a lot there, quite a lot of variety. How I decided what to choose for the advertising, I chose some of my most popular ones and some of my personal favorites. Like I said, this Etsy advertising results will be from April 1st right up until the last day of April. So what were my results? Because of the clicks and the purchases I got, even though my maximum amount for the month could have been $30, $1 a day, I actually spent $28, and remember this is all in USD. I spent $28, had 16,321 ad views. Now remember, Etsy only charges for clicks and purchases, so I wasn't charged for that. However, 16,321 321 people saw my baby onesies, so that is a lot of eyes. I had 135 ad clicks, and from those 135 ad clicks, I made 5 sales through Etsy advertising. I made a total of $98.15. So to break that down, I essentially spent $28 and I made $98.15. I made almost $100. So I'm pretty pleased with that overall, and who knows, if I didn't have Etsy advertising switched on, maybe I wouldn't have made those sales and made that extra $100 on Etsy. So I think it's good and quite positive to see that my potential reach, the amount of people that are actually searching for my product, is over 16,000. I think it just goes to show that people do want baby onesies and it is quite a popular niche. So it's good to know that I could potentially reach 16,000 people. My products are quite niche, they're pop culture, so Harry Potter, Gilmore Girls and Taylor Swift, just things like that. So they are quite specific, but I also do have the pregnancy announcement onesies, but I found that the pop culture ones were my most popular, especially my Gilmore Girls one. I was, however, a little disappointed that out of 135 people, only 5 people actually made the purchase and were converted into customers. In saying that, I did notice, however, that the items added to cart actually did increase, and I found that some baby onesies that people never really had in their carts, it had 3 or 4 people having those onesies in their cart. So it definitely gave some of the onesies more exposure than what they would have got, and even though I made 5 sales, I did see items added to cart increase. So out of 135 people, because you're charged for all of those, you might want to see a little bit more than just 5 sales. You might want to see a higher conversion rate. It did get my products out there, and some of them did get exposure that they normally wouldn't see, and so I now have the knowledge that 135 people saw them, and I can go over and think to myself, why didn't all 135 people choose this? And maybe I won't ever find the answer, but maybe it could be staring me right in the face. So it's a good way to go over your listings and kind of see them from a fresh viewpoint and a fresh perspective. I also think it's important to mention that my products on Etsy are baby related. They're baby onesies, so they're in the baby category. And maybe if you were in a different niche, you might have got more clicks, more sales. So the results could definitely change based on your niche and the category that you are in. So after all of that, going over my results, do I really think Etsy advertising is worth it? Yes, I do think it's worth it in the sense that I spent $28 and I made almost $100. That's $100 on top of the money that I already made on Etsy, not through Etsy advertising. So it definitely was a big help there. And actually, April was my biggest month yet on Etsy. I believe that maybe the Etsy advertising played a role in that, as that was $100 that I might not have got otherwise. So $100 more onto my normal sales. With Etsy advertising, however, maybe I was expecting just a few more sales and to convert visitors into customers that little bit more. But it is great to see that 135 people saw the onesies. It's great that items added to cart has definitely increased. Also, my items have been getting a lot more hearts and things like that, but I would have liked to have seen probably a bit more sales from it. But like I said, I do think it's worth it because I spent $28 and I made almost $100. So if you're looking at it like that, it's definitely worth it. I definitely did make a lot more than what I spent. If you're finding that your sales are buried in the pages of Etsy and you're really trying everything you can, I would probably suggest giving Etsy advertising a little bit of a go. Like I said before, I might want to increase the amount that I'm spending daily and see if that might help. But considering I was spending $1 and in this case less than $1 a day, as it went for the 30 days and I didn't quite spend the 30, I would like to increase that amount and see if that helps and that can play a part in it. But considering I only spent $1 a day, my products did get out there, they were in front of people, and people did actually interact with them, so that was positive. Do I think it's absolutely necessary to have Etsy advertising switched on? No, I really don't. I actually made more money last month through Etsy just by people organically finding my products, so searching it through Google, searching it through Etsy, and searching maybe the specific product. I know I don't believe it's absolutely necessary, but it was that little bit of a boost in sales, and it did make me an extra $80 or so a month. And that's also encouraging to know that my Etsy SEO is working and that my Etsy SEO is still doing a pretty good job at getting me sales. And remember, you want to keep going over your Etsy SEO and seeing if it's still working for you. But it is great to know, and it's really encouraging, that most of my sales last month when I had Etsy advertising switched on was through people finding me through searches. You definitely can make sales without Etsy advertising switched on. Don't feel discouraged if right now isn't a great time to try Etsy advertising and it's just not in your budget. But if you want to give it a go and see if it helps and improves your results, then that is something to think about, and maybe you want to go ahead and try that out. So that's today's video, my video on Etsy advertising and my results. I really hope that you guys liked it. Don't forget to subscribe if you like Etsy and Etsy related videos. Like I said, I put them out every Tuesday and Thursday. Give this video a thumbs up as it lets me know that you like these kind of videos, and it really helps out my channel. Also, don't forget to hit the bell button, as it will just notify you every time I upload a video, as some people actually don't get notifications, and YouTube actually will notify you every time I upload. I really hope that you're safe and well out there. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I really do. I will see you next Tuesday. Have a great rest of the week. Bye.